This is Steve McCann from PhillyGayCalendar.com, and we're here with Kelly McGillis, who has just won the Artistic Achievement Award from QFest 2010. Welcome to Philadelphia.
Thank you.
And of course, you're a local here in Philadelphia now.
Kind of, sort of. I live in New Jersey, but yeah.
So what brought you back to Philadelphia?
I don't know. My kids left home, and I wanted to move closer to Philly and closer to New York and closer to the shore. So there you have it. Here I am. I live in Collingswood.
So now you originally started all of your career in Juilliard, and you didn't really have an idea of doing movies. So what kind of pushed you into doing movies?
Sheer dumb luck, really. I was doing a play in Central Park, and I was one of the background people and understudying the lead, and somebody had seen the play that I had worked with his cousin in California and asked me to come in and audition for a movie, and I did, and then they offered me the job.
And it just stuck.
Yeah, it did.
And very shortly after, you brought into Top Gun, which was a huge success. So how is it from going from not even being interested in movies to being in one of the biggest movies of the year?
I want to remind you, it wasn't that I was not interested in movies. It's just, it never really occurred to me that that would be a career path that I could possibly pursue. And what was your question?
Well, just going from, not thinking about movies as a career path to all of a sudden being in the largest movie, of the year.
It was really scary, quite honestly. I didn't think, I had a tough time dealing with that Fame gig, really, quite honestly. It was very overwhelming, and it was not something that I think I was psychologically prepared for, to not have any privacy and to walk into a restaurant and have all these people sing to you all the time was a little weird, It was very nice that people remembered me, but it was very overwhelming at the same time.
Now, since then, you've been doing a lot of giving back to the community and reaching out. And so what kind of ways have you been doing that?
Oh, I help women with addiction issues, and I go to Camden County Prison and talk to the women there once a week. And, I do a lot of little things. I like really what I believe for myself is to work in the community where I live. Right. And so since I'm pretty new to Collingswood area, I'm just getting to know the community. But the Camden County Jail is the one thing that I do have going right now, and I have a couple of other things. I'll be working next week with a bunch of kids from Camden on a 3-day workshop about affirmations, forgiveness, and commitment. So I really believe that, healing takes place for a community where I live. It's a wonderful notion for me to reach halfway around the world. And yes, people do need help halfway around the world, but people also need help in my neighborhood. And I feel that for me is where I have the most, I have a greater chance there to cause some kind of an effect.
That's great. Now, just last year, you officially publicly came out of the closet. What kind of spurred you on to come out at that point?
Not a damn thing. Nothing spurred me on, quite honestly. It's a very complicated situation. When you have children, it's a very complicated situation. And where we lived at the time was very, very conservative. And so it was something that I never felt really needed to be public information. When things came out in the paper, like the National Enquirer, and things did, it really impacted my children, who were young at the time. And they said, I don't have a problem with it, but it's my friends at school that don't understand. And what's worse is their parents don't understand. And so when my kids were older and they left home a year and a half ago, when Jennifer asked me that question, I just decided that, I can be honest now. My kids are old enough. They're not living at home. We're not living in that conservative town. So it was just one of those moments that just happened.
Well, hopefully Collingswood was a little bit more open-minded than other towns have been.
Yes, that's why I picked it. Yes, it is.
All right, we're very glad to have you here, and congratulations on your award. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.